My wife said her coworker drove her home because her car was in the shop. Then I checked our insurance. Her car had been parked at his apartment complex 47 times in 3 months and she'd listed it as a secondary garage. I found out my wife's been parking her car at another man's apartment complex for 3 months because our insurance company sent me a renewal notice with her vehicle listed at 2 different primary garages. She told me last Tuesday her car was in the shop, said her coworker gave her a ride home. I didn't think anything of it because her check engine light had been on for weeks. She came home around 8 p.m., thanked me for making dinner, kissed my forehead like always. The insurance thing showed up Saturday. I open all our mail because I handle the bills. There it was, her Honda listed at our address and at some apartment complex across town as a secondary garage location. I stared at that paper for probably 10 minutes trying to make sense of it. I called our agent Monday morning. He pulled up the records. 47 times in the last 3 months her car's GPS data showed it parked overnight at that address. The insurance uses it for rate calculations now apparently. Is this a work parking garage? He asked me. I don't know, I said, my hands were shaking. He gave me the exact address. I googled it. Regular apartment building, nice one too, near the waterfront, 20 minutes from our house. I didn't confront her right away. I sat on it for 2 days, making myself sick. Wednesday night I finally asked her about it. Hey, random question, do you ever park somewhere else overnight, like for work or something? She looked up from her phone. What? No, why? Insurance company asked, something about GPS data. Her face went white, actually white. She put her phone down slowly. Oh, sometimes I go to the gym early and leave my car there overnight if I'm too tired to drive home, then I Uber back. Which gym? The one on Waterfront Drive. There's no gym at 2847 Waterfront Drive, I said. That's an apartment building. She stood up. I don't know what you're talking about. I showed her the insurance document. She read it and her mouth opened but nothing came out. 47 times, I said. Your car was parked there 47 times. You listed it as a secondary garage. So either you lied to the insurance company for a rate break or you've been sleeping somewhere else almost every week for 3 months. It's not what you think. Then tell me what it is. She started crying. I was going to tell you, I just didn't know how. My stomach dropped. I actually felt it drop. His name is Derek from work. We've been talking and it just happened and I'm so sorry but I think I have feelings for him. You listed his apartment as your garage, I said. I couldn't believe those words were coming out of my mouth. You filled out insurance paperwork. That's not feelings, that's planning. I didn't mean for it to go this far. How far did it go? She wouldn't answer. I left, packed a bag and went to my brother's place. She called me 17 times that night. I didn't pick up. The next day I called a lawyer. He said the insurance documentation was actually really useful evidence because it showed premeditation and financial entanglement. Apparently listing someone else's address on your insurance can complicate divorce proceedings. I also called Derek's apartment building and asked if they had assigned parking. They did. Spot 47B was registered to a Derek Morrison in Unit 512. I asked if there were ever 2 cars in that spot. The parking attendant said yeah, a Honda was there all the time. He figured the guy had a girlfriend who stayed over. 47 times. I filed for divorce Friday. My lawyer said we should request her phone records and work communications. I agreed to everything. She showed up at my brother's place Saturday morning. Her mom was with her. You're being unreasonable, her mom said. People make mistakes. You're throwing away a marriage over this. She didn't make a mistake, I told her. She changed our insurance. She parked at his place 47 times. This wasn't a mistake. My wife was sobbing. Please, we can fix this. I'll quit my job. I'll never talk to him again. You should have never talked to him in the first place, I said and closed the door. I found out later Derek's married too. I sent his wife the insurance documents and the parking records. I figured she deserved to know. My wife's been staying at her parents'. She keeps texting me asking if we can talk. Her family thinks I'm being cruel. Her sister called me and said I was punishing her too harshly, that I should at least hear her out. But every time I think about sitting down with her I just picture that insurance form, 2 addresses, like she had 2 lives, like I was just the backup garage. Am I being a jerk for not even trying to work it out? She showed up at my work yesterday with her entire family. I was in a meeting when my assistant knocked and said there were people in the lobby asking for me. I walked out and there they were. My wife, her parents, her sister, her brother, all of them, just standing there in our office lobby like some kind of intervention squad. We need to talk, her dad said. He's never raised his voice to me in 8 years. Right now. My boss was walking by. I had to smile and pretend everything was fine and lead them to a conference room. The whole walk there my wife wouldn't look at me. Her mom kept clutching her purse like I was going to attack them. We got in the room and her dad closed the door. This has gone far enough, he said. You're destroying her over a mistake. She had an affair, I said. She made a bad choice, her mom interrupted. But you're making it worse. You sent evidence to that man's wife. You involved strangers in your marriage. His wife deserved to know. That's not your place, her sister said. She was holding my wife's hand. You're being vindictive. This is about hurting her now, not fixing anything. My wife finally spoke. I lost my job. I stared at her. Derek and I both got fired. HR said we violated the relationship disclosure policy. I've been there 6 years and now I have nothing. You had an affair with a coworker, I said. What did you think would happen? I thought my husband would fight for me, she said, her voice cracked. I thought you'd at least try. You parked at his apartment 47 times, you changed our insurance. I didn't destroy your life, you did. Her brother stepped forward. Look man, I get it, you're hurt, but filing for divorce immediately, not even going to counseling, that's cold. She was sleeping with someone else for 3 months. And she's sorry, her mom said. She's devastated, she wants to fix this. Then she should have thought about that before she listed his address on our insurance. That detail seemed to hit her dad different. He looked at my wife. You did what? It was for parking, she said quietly. The insurance company offers lower rates if you list where you park overnight regularly. I didn't think it meant anything. You told them you lived there part-time, I said. That's what it means. You established residency at another man's apartment. Her dad sat down, he looked sick. Jesus Christ, he muttered. It wasn't like that, my wife said. Then what was it like? I asked. Explain to me what 47 overnight stays means if it's not what I think. She couldn't answer. Her sister tried. Sometimes people get confused. Sometimes they need something their partner isn't giving them. Don't, I said, don't make this about me not being enough. She could have talked to me. She could have gone to therapy. She could have left. She chose to lie instead. Marriage is work, her mom said. You don't just give up. I'm not giving up. I'm accepting reality. She gave up 3 months ago when she started this. My wife was crying now, full sobbing. Her sister hugged her. His wife called me, my wife said through tears. Derek's wife, she called me screaming. She said I ruined her family. She has 2 kids. You did ruin her family, I said. So did Derek, her brother shot back. Why are you only punishing her? I'm not punishing anyone, I'm protecting myself. By destroying her reputation, her mom asked. By making sure everyone knows what happened. I told one person, his wife, she deserved to know her husband was cheating. You're trying to hurt her, her sister said. Admit it. I'm trying to move on. My wife stood up, she walked over to me. Her face was blotchy and red. I love you, she said. I made a horrible mistake, but I love you. Please don't do this. You don't love me, I said. You love the life we had. The house, the routine, the insurance coverage. You don't love me. That's not true. When's the last time you actually chose me? I asked. Not the marriage, me. When's the last time you picked me over him? She didn't answer. That's what I thought. Her dad stood up. We should go. This isn't productive. They filed out one by one. Her mom gave me a look like I was a monster. Her brother bumped my shoulder on the way past. My wife was last. She stopped at the door. I'm staying at my parents', she said, but I'm not signing anything. I'm not giving up on us. You already did, I said. She left. I sat in that conference room for 20 minutes just staring at the table. My boss knocked eventually and asked if I was okay. I lied and said yes. Derek's wife called me last night. She thanked me for telling her. She said she found hotel receipts after I sent the insurance documents. Turns out it wasn't just my wife. There were 3 other women. She's filing for divorce too and going after everything. My wife texted me this morning, just one line. You got what you wanted, I hope you're happy. I'm not happy, I'm not anything, I just want this to be over. Her family thinks I'm cruel for not trying to reconcile. Her friends have been posting vague things on social media about forgiveness and second chances. My own mom asked if I was sure I was making the right choice. But every time I doubt myself, I think about that insurance form. 2 addresses, like our marriage was just her primary residence and he was secondary parking. My lawyer found texts between my wife and Derek going back 9 months, not 3. The phone records came through Tuesday, 9 months of constant contact, thousands of messages, pictures, videos I haven't looked at and won't. My lawyer said we have more than enough, but I asked him to print everything anyway. I don't know why, maybe I needed to see the volume of it, the sheer amount of lying. The insurance thing was just the part I caught, there was so much more. My wife found out about the phone records because her lawyer told her. She called me 16 times Wednesday night. I finally answered around midnight because I thought maybe someone died. You're going through my phone, she said. No hello, just accusation. Court order, I said. That's private, those are my personal conversations. Not anymore. You want to talk about invasion of privacy? Let's talk about how you've been fucking someone else since May. She went quiet, I could hear her breathing. It wasn't May, she said. The texts start May 7th. Happy Mother's Day, by the way. I saw what you 2 were saying to each other while I was making you breakfast that morning. I didn't mean for it to start then, we were just talking. You sent him a picture of your chest on May 9th. Just talking doesn't include that. She started crying, I hung up. Her family showed up at my brother's place Thursday morning, just her dad this time. He looked like he'd aged 10 years since the intervention at my office. Can we talk, he asked, just us. I let him in. My brother gave me a look but went to his room. Her dad sat on the couch and put his head in his hands. I read some of the texts, he said. Her lawyer showed her copies and she left them at our house. I shouldn't have looked, but I did. Okay. I didn't raise her to be like this, he said. I keep trying to figure out where we went wrong, what we missed. You didn't do anything wrong, she made her choices. 9 months, he said. He looked at me, his eyes were wet. You were planning your anniversary trip during this. She let you plan that whole thing while she was with him. I'd forgotten about that. We were supposed to go to Colorado next month. I'd booked everything in June. Same time she was telling Derek she loved him, according to the texts. I canceled the trip, I said. I don't blame you, he wiped his face. Her mother still thinks you should try counseling. But I told her about the texts, about how long it really was. She hasn't said much since. I'm not trying to hurt your daughter, I said. I'm just trying to get out. I know, I told her that too. She doesn't want to hear it. He stood up. I'm sorry for what happened at your work, for how her mother talked to you. This isn't your fault. He left. I sat there feeling worse than before somehow. Derek's wife contacted my lawyer Friday. She wants to meet. She has information she thinks I should know. My lawyer advised against it but said it's my choice. I haven't decided yet. My wife's been posting on social media, nothing direct, just quotes about forgiveness and moving forward. Her friends comment with heart emojis and stay strong messages. It makes me want to throw my phone. Someone from her work messaged me yesterday. I don't know this person. They said they were glad Derek got fired, that he'd been inappropriate with multiple people there and HR wouldn't do anything until the affair came out. They said my wife wasn't the first, just the one dumb enough to change her insurance. I showed my lawyer. He said it might be relevant. My wife's lawyer sent over a settlement proposal. She wants the house, half my retirement, and spousal support. Her argument is that she sacrificed her career for our marriage. She worked full-time the entire marriage. She just got fired 3 weeks ago for the affair. My lawyer laughed when he read it. She's posturing, he said. Don't worry about it. But I am worried, not about money, about how she's rewriting history, like she's the victim here, like I forced her into this somehow. Her sister posted something on Instagram about emotional abuse and withholding affection. She didn't tag me, but everyone knows. My cousin sent me screenshots. I'm not an emotional abuser. I worked 60 hours a week to pay our mortgage. I cooked dinner most nights because she said she was tired. I planned date nights. I tried. Maybe I wasn't perfect, but I tried. My brother says I should ignore it, that her family is lashing out because they're embarrassed. He's probably right. Derek's wife called my phone directly last night. I don't know how she got my number. We need to talk, she said. There's things about your wife you don't know, things Derek told me. Like what? Not over the phone, can we meet? I told her I'd think about it. She said she'd wait, but that I needed to hear this before the divorce goes through, that it changes things. I don't know if I want things changed, I just want this over. My wife texted this morning asking if we could talk in person, just the two of us, no lawyers, no family. She said she has things to explain that might make me understand. I don't want to understand, I want to sign papers and move on. But part of me wonders what she could possibly say that would make any of this make sense. What explanation exists for 9 months of lying? Her dad thinks I should hear her out. My brother says it's a trap. My lawyer says it's my decision, but to record the conversation if I do it. I haven't responded yet. Am I making this harder than it needs to be by not just listening to what she wants to say? I met Derek's wife at a coffee shop Saturday morning, and she brought bank statements. She laid them out on the table between us like evidence at a trial. Withdrawals, hundreds of them, small amounts mostly, 20 here, 50 there, sometimes 100, all from my wife's account going back to last April. He told me everything when I threatened to take the kids, she said. Her hands were shaking. Your wife wasn't just sleeping with him, she was paying him. I stared at the papers. The coffee shop suddenly felt too loud. Paying him for what? His rent, his car payment, his credit card bills. He told her he was struggling financially after his divorce. That he couldn't afford his apartment. She believed him. We have a joint account, I said. My voice sounded far away. I would have seen this. She opened a separate account in March, just her name. She'd been transferring money from your joint account into it, then giving it to him. She pulled out more papers. I got his bank records through Discovery. Every deposit matches a withdrawal from her account, sometimes twice a week. I did the math in my head, the amounts, the frequency, we're talking thousands, maybe tens of thousands. Why are you showing me this? Because he's not some affair partner who fell in love with your wife, he's a con artist. He did this to someone at his last job too, got fired for it. I found the termination letter in his email. She slid her phone across the table, an email from his previous employer, terminated for inappropriate relationships with coworkers and financial misconduct, dated 2 years ago. He targets married women with money, she said, makes them feel special, tells them he's struggling. Lets them play savior, your wife is just the latest one. I sat back, everything felt wrong, the coffee shop, the conversation, reality itself. She told me she loved him. She probably does, that's how he works, he's good at it. She gathered her papers. I'm telling you this because my lawyer says it matters. If she was giving him marital assets without your knowledge, you can go after both of them for it. Both of them. He received money that was legally half yours. You can sue him directly. She left me sitting there with copies of everything. I drove to my lawyer's office even though it was Saturday, called him on the way. He met me there in sweatpants. He read through everything twice. "This changes the case significantly," he said. "If we can prove she was diverting marital funds to her affair partner, we can argue for a larger share of remaining assets. Plus, we can pursue him in civil court." "How much did she give him?" He started adding numbers, stopped, started again. "Roughly $43,000 over 11 months. I thought I may throw up. "Where did she get $43,000? "According to these transfer records, she took it from your joint savings, small amounts over time. Did you not notice?" "I barely looked at our savings account. We were both supposed to contribute monthly. I had it on auto deposit. I assumed she did too." "I need to see our bank records," I said. "We pulled them Monday morning. She'd stopped contributing to savings in March, started withdrawing instead. Little amounts that wouldn't trigger alerts. Our savings account that should have had close to 90,000 in it had 52. My lawyer filed an emergency motion to freeze all her accounts. The judge granted it Tuesday. My wife called me 17 times Tuesday afternoon. I didn't answer. Her lawyer called my lawyer. Apparently she's claiming the money was hers to spend, that she earned it and could do what she wanted with it. "She can't claim that," my lawyer said. "It was in a joint account, it's marital property." Wednesday morning, my wife showed up at my brother's place. I was leaving for work. She was sitting on the steps. "You froze my accounts," she said. "I can't access anything." "You stole $43,000. "I didn't steal anything. I helped someone who needed it." "You helped your affair partner with our money, money I earned, money we saved for emergencies. He was going to lose his apartment." "I don't care about his apartment. You took our savings and gave it to the man you were cheating on me with." "You don't understand. He was in a bad situation. His ex-wife ruined his credit. He couldn't get loans. He needed help. So you decided to be his personal bank." "I was trying to help someone I cared about. With my money." She stood up. She looked terrible, like she hadn't slept in days. "I'll pay it back," she said. "Every penny. Just unfreeze my accounts. I can't even buy groceries right now." "You should have thought about that before you emptied our savings." "I didn't empty it. There's still money there. There should be 90,000 there. You took half of it. I was going to replace it. I just needed time." "Time for what? To steal more?" She slapped me, just reached out and hit me across the face. My brother's neighbor was getting in their car, saw the whole thing. "You're ruining my life," she said. "You're taking everything from me over a mistake. You took everything from us, our savings, our future, our marriage. You gave it all to him. I loved him. You bankrolled him. There's a difference." She started crying. I walked past her and got in my car. She stood there in the driveway watching me leave. Derek's wife called me that night. She'd heard about the frozen accounts. "He left town," she said, "packed up his apartment and left. I think your wife tipped him off about the lawsuit." "Where did he go?" "I don't know, but he cleaned out his bank account Saturday, withdrew everything, $47,000 in cash. The money my wife gave him, just gone. My lawyer says we can still sue, but it'll be harder now. He says my wife might be liable for the full amount since she gave it to him. She's been calling me nonstop, leaving voicemails begging me to talk to her, saying she didn't know Derek would run, that she thought he loved her. Her lawyer sent over a new settlement proposal. She's willing to take less if I unfreeze her accounts and don't pursue the missing money. My lawyer says we have her cornered, that she knows she's screwed. I don't feel victorious, I just feel tired. Am I wrong for wanting her to face actual legal consequences for this, or should I just take the settlement and be done? The divorce was finalized 3 weeks ago. My wife signed everything. No fight, no counteroffer. Her lawyer advised her to take the settlement because fighting it meant facing criminal charges for the money. $43,000 of marital funds given to her affair partner. The DA was already reviewing the case for possible fraud charges. She got nothing, no house, no retirement, no spousal support. She walked away with her car, her personal belongings, and a payment plan to repay half of what she stole. $21,000 she has to pay me back over the next 5 years. Her parents kicked her out 2 days after the settlement was signed. Her dad called me to let me know, said he couldn't look at her anymore, that every time he saw her he thought about what she'd done to their family's reputation. She's living with her sister now in a 1-bedroom apartment, sleeping on the couch. She lost her job, can't get hired anywhere in her field because Derek's company blacklisted her. Turns out when you get fired for an affair that cost the company a harassment lawsuit, word spreads. She's working retail now, making $12 an hour folding clothes at a department store. Derek never came back. His wife's lawyer found out he fled to Nevada. New name, new apartment, new job, took the $47,000 and disappeared. His ex-wife got full custody of their kids and he didn't even fight it, just signed the papers remotely and vanished. My wife tried to contact him for weeks after he left, called, texted, emailed. He blocked her on everything. She finally showed up at my lawyer's office a month ago asking if I knew where he was, like I would help her find the man she destroyed our marriage for. He won't answer me, she said. She looked hollow. I gave him everything and he won't even talk to me. That's what con artists do, I told her. They take everything and leave. He loved me. No, he didn't, he used you, and you let him because it made you feel important. She didn't argue, just left. I sold the house last week, couldn't stand being there anymore. Every room reminded me of the life I thought we had. The kitchen where I made her breakfast while she texted him. The bedroom where she slept next to me and lied about where she'd been. The garage where her car should have been parked but wasn't. Made a decent profit even in this market. Paid off the mortgage, split what was left with my lawyer, put the rest in a new account she has no access to, bought a smaller place closer to my brother. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, no memories. My wife's sister called me yesterday, asked if I'd consider reducing the payment plan. Said my wife can barely afford rent and food with what she's making, that forcing her to pay me back is cruel when she's already lost everything. I said no. She made her choices, I told her. She can live with the consequences. She's depressed, she cries every day, she can't eat, can't sleep, this is destroying her. She destroyed herself, I'm just collecting what she stole from me. You're being vindictive. I'm being fair, she took my money, my trust, my future, she gave it to a man who didn't even care about her. Now she gets to spend 5 years paying it back and thinking about what she did. Her sister hung up on me. I don't feel bad about it, maybe I should but I don't. She didn't think about me when she was emptying our savings, didn't think about our future when she was parking at his apartment 47 times, didn't think about consequences when she was sending him pictures and saying she loved him. She thought about herself, what she wanted, what made her feel good, and now she's dealing with what happens when you only think about yourself. Derek's ex-wife and I still talk sometimes, not often, just occasionally. She's doing better. Got a good settlement, has the kids full-time, started dating someone new, someone honest. She sent me a picture last month of her and her kids at the beach. They looked happy. We both dodged bullets, she texted me, just took us a while to realize it. She's right, I did dodge a bullet, it just blew up everything around me first. I'm not happy but I'm not miserable either. I'm just existing in this weird space between who I was and who I'm becoming. Some days are fine, some days I wake up angry, some days I don't think about her at all. My brother says that's progress. I changed my number last week, blocked my wife on everything, her family too. I don't need updates on how she's doing or requests to reconsider the payment plan. I don't need her apologies or her explanations or her regrets. I just need to move forward. The house closes next Friday. After that, there's nothing left tying me to any of this. No shared property, no shared accounts, no shared anything. Just monthly payments depositing into my account for the next 5 years, reminding her of what she did. Someone at work asked me last week if I regret how I handled everything, if I wish I'd tried to work it out instead of going scorched earth. I thought about it for a while. No, I said I don't regret it at all. And I meant it. She made her choice when she changed that insurance form, when she opened a secret account, when she gave our future to a man who was using her. Every decision after that was just me protecting myself from someone who'd already decided I didn't matter. I'm not the villain in this story, I'm just the person who refused to set himself on fire to keep her warm.